Greetings, I'm Mark with Unlimited Story, unlimited-story.com, a channel dedicated to writing, world building, marketing, and most importantly, getting things done. If you want to support this channel and the things that I do, just search Unlimited Story on Kindle or Kindle Vella. Information is also in the description below. In this video, I am going to be reviewing Ocean of Dreams, an epic portal fantasy by Rebecca Ehrick. I'm sure that's Eric, but there's an in the beginning, so I just said that, even though I'm sure it's silent. And here's the description. Monstrous weapons of an ancient war ravage the land as Esar's prophetic dreams foretell even greater tragedy and the arrival of a girl from another world with the power to save his or render it asunder. As he makes a desperate attempt to train her to master her dangerous gift, a budding engineer becomes the unlikely heir to the throne. Linked together by their shared dreams, they must uncover the enemy who threatens to tear them apart. New episodes on Monday and Thursday. Stay tuned. We have romance, found family, epic fantasy, magnatech, portal fantasy, LGBT, and fantasy. As far as this imagery, I will forever imagine this series as an anime. So if you didn't want me to imagine it as an anime, change the graphic, because I will forever just... that's what it is from now on. So, let's get reading. I have just finished reading Ocean of Dreams, an epic portal fantasy, and the first thing you might be noticing is, hey, Mark, did you actually change your shirt? And you know what? The answer is yes, because in this story they reference the movie Milwaukee, and I am a Brewers fan, so there. What happens in this story? Well, episode number 1 is a prologue. And not too bad, actually. You know, it's actually a story, not just like rambling off a bunch of facts. But it was pretty interesting. It is a young version of our main character, which is Esar. I don't understand why he has a long name that starts with a T, but I'm definitely calling him Esar throughout this. He wakes up, he has this like dream, which the first thing he does is like writes in his little notebook that I guess prophets do, which I'm glad that they kind of explain, because at first I was like, he dreamed of something dangerous, why didn't he go and check out whatever? But then I kind of explained like, okay, it's more important that they detail all the memories of blah, 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 so they have a catalog of it. Great. So anyway, he goes and runs off to the castle where the king and queen are, but of course there's a guard there, which is like, who are you? Which is a nice little opportunity to do some, exposition or whatever. So he goes in, talks to some people. He basically says, hey, I had this dream about something, and these things that are called constructs, which I'm pretty sure are the monstrous weapons of an ancient war that ravaged the land. So I'm pretty confident that's it. So they talk about that. King and queen are like, yo, okay, that's cool. And then nothing really becomes of it, at least that I know. So fast forward to episode number 2, which is like 26 years later, where Esar is married to some dude named Kelzam. Now, I like Kelzam. Kelzam is actually pretty cool because I understand him. Like, he has emotions that make sense to me. He is a gardener. He works at the palace and does, like, flowers and gardening and pretty stuff like that. Esar just seems to be they kind of call him a vampire, which is comical to me, but whatever. He seems to be the master of staring off into the future, because I guess he's having visions all the time or something like that. He also has visions that aren't useful, he doesn't have visions that would be useful. Apparently, like, his brother died and someone else's sister may have died, and just people are dying and his visions aren't popping up. I don't know if they're supposed to be or they're just not important enough, but he's definitely having visions, and he just seems to stare off ominously, and he doesn't tell his husband about this, so, I mean, that's fine, you don't have to. I don't really want to talk about work every day, but I don't know. I feel like some of it might be useful to get off your chest. Maybe he needs to see the royal psychiatrist. I mean, I know if I was watching the future that was pretty grim, I'd probably want to talk about it too. You'd probably have some like PTSD type stuff going on in your mind, especially if you know if it's real. Anyway, getting back on track, Kelzam goes off to work. He flowers some stuff. He waters some stuff. There's bushes and so on that seem to be, I don't know, sort of important. And, this other gal that he works with apparently is really into engineering, and they put in pretty fountains, which he doesn't care about because he's more into the flowers. All right, fast forward into episode 3, where things start really getting interesting because they basically teleport some people in. So Kelzam, Esar, they're just chilling out in the garden. Of course, Esar is just staring off into whatever. And he's like, hey, give me some towels. So he's doing some... actually, I'm glad that he did the whole towel thing. That actually made sense, because I was like, why would I even care about getting towels? But he went and got them. because when Naomi and I think his name was Jason, they get thrown into this time. They're wet, so they gave them towels or whatever. So that was neat. One thing I do want to throw out, this story has multiple perspectives, which I'm a huge fan of. I write it in my stories, and I find it nice to see other people who do it, because sometimes I feel like I'm the only person on Earth who's doing it. So, hey, props to you. All right, so what actually happens? These people who are from our time, okay? So they went to the museum in Chicago and Touchland, but one thing, they are from Milwaukee, it looks like. So, hey, that's great. Milwaukee win. So anyway, they got thrown into this time, and now they're basically trying to figure things out. They think Esar kind of looks like a vampire. I guess the other person looks pretty normal. Nothing's really said about him. And that's kind of the extent about it. Definitely episode number 3 ends on, a pretty decent cliffhanger, because, if you're looking at this and saying, I want epic portal fantasy, you got your epic portal fantasy. Here's your setup. Move on to chapter 4 and knock it out. So overall, thought it was pretty good. I think it was easy to understand. I would like to know more about this world, because right now I'm just like, hey, what's going on? Like, they have these lanterns that just glow. I don't know, does a mage turn them on at night? They glow blue. I just want to know. I felt like there's some more stuff that just could use a little bit more explaining. Anyway, that is a wrap for Oceans of Dreams and Epic Portal Fantasy. If you like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing, or at least watching another one of my videos that YouTube recommends. If you would like to have your story reviewed, definitely just hit me up. I have links in the description below. I have a Discord on my website. Just go there. There's like a little reading request thing. You just drop me a link. And that's it. Thank you very much, and peace.